Hello, 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 hello again, everybody. No, I am not Mr. Rogers. My name is Ziff, Z-I-F-F. And if you notice today, it's a little unusual for me. I'm dressed in a suit today because I have someone in the music business today with you all. And we're going to interview him today. And those of you who are joining us, I'm so glad that you could join us again. My name is Ziff Sistrunk, and I'm going to introduce my guests in a minute. But you know, when we start our show off, we always start our show off with a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives here in the city of Chicago and in the county and in the state. So those who would join me with a moment of silence for those people who have lost their lives. We pause for a moment. And we thank you for those who are joining us. I want to thank Mr. Tommy Agee. No, you're not Tommy Agee, are you? Tommy Agee was the baseball player, right? Richard Agee. If you all need an umpire, you can call Agee for umpiring. We have a guest today here. We're going to talk about the music industry, because the music industry is very powerful in our city and in our country. And we have a young man who have started, you remember there was a show called This Is Your Life, and in this box is the start of a new career for a young man in the movie industry and in the film business. And the name of his company is the Hustlers Association, LLC.
Yeah,
wow.
True Hustlers Association.
Okay, yeah. True Hustlers, not the Hustlers.
That's a record label as well.
And what is your rap name?
THA Stizzy.
Dizzy. So I want you all to, everybody at home, the soundtrack for the clapping to get started, and I want you all to say hello to our guests, and I say hello to you too. Tell me something about who you are first before we get into why is it that you're interested in the music business?
Well, basically, it's more like a self-explanatory situation type thing for me. So I feel as though like I just want to vocalize myself and my situation and just make relatable music, not only to my community and people that's coming from the situation where I come from or was raised or come from like West Inglewood or parts of the city that I'm from. I just want to basically express myself and make relatable music for the whole world and get to a point in my career where I can better and speak on things that's going to, benefit the youth and my generation, period.
Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, is how we can influence people out there and his generation. Which generation is this? That's what I'm interested in knowing. And you can join the conversation by calling 312-738-1060. My name is Ziff Sistrunk, and I run an organization called the Greenslate Institute for Justice. And we're always looking for opportunities to not only promote people and promote justice, but to also promote talent, individuals, and ideas. And here we have an idea of a young man. And what's that rap name again?
THA Stizzy.
I love that name. Yeah. And he's going to probably give you a little example of some of his work. But more importantly, I want to talk with him about the business of the rap music, because we hear the music, we see the clothes, we see the pattern of what hip-hop music have done for us here. So we have someone in studio who from point A to Z have started his own company, True Hustlers Association, LLC. Now, we're going to talk about what is an LLC, how do you get into music business, and what are some of the steps. So let's start with question number one for Mr. Sizzle. When you're starting out to be a rapper, what is the first thing you need to do or know?
Well, the first thing you want to do is just become like, come up with some set things that you're going to talk about and make sure that you're clear with your thoughts. And you want to get somewhere you can record it. If you can't afford your own equipment, just start off writing first and just say what you feel, So, and I like to see myself more as a artist than a rapper. I plan on being some way bigger, like the next mogul.
Okay, so when you say you start off by practicing and writing, and do people write about, because we learned that Barry Manilow was singing to his grandma, do people write about their experience? Do they write about things that they see that they hope to change? Or what are these ideas and what are these words come from that's in this rap music?
Well, for me, they come from inside. So when I write, I try to just, like whatever mood I'm in, like I might write some stuff that I might not finish that day, but I'll go back to it. Or sometimes I get whole songs done or you know what I'm saying, like the topic I feel like if I'm feeling hurt, then I just write something. I write as much as I'm hurt, you know, and I've been on writing myself out that feeling. And it's like, you know, life cool, but I just want to, you know, shed light on them situations and let other people know, like, a lot of people scared to show their emotions and feelings or talk about certain things. I'm going to say stuff that people ain't, you know, like, you know, how you just sometimes be in a room and, like, you don't want to be, you know, seen, or you just, like, feel like you just taking up space, like, times like that, you know, I want to be a difference maker.
So rap music, from what I'm understanding and hearing you say, is basically about experiences, one's own experiences that they manifest here in this lifetime. And where do the experiences that these people have in these music, and what you're hearing is, are these some of the real experiences that people are saying, or are they just being creative?
I feel as though it can come from any perspective. You know, it's all up to those. Like, it depends on what genre, like music, period. But I mean, some people will fabricate it. Some people will keep it all the way, you know, just true to themselves. So it's all about who you dealing with, who you listening to, and no matter what, the type of person that, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be able to relate to, the most relatable artists and the people who gonna rise to the top are gonna be the people that, you know.
Okay, so we want to also, our viewers at home that is watching us on Facebook, Desmond Daniels, send greetings to us too. Now let's see if we understand this right. So you decided that you want to do music, and you decided that the music that you produce is going to be original produced. So you're producing things that, from your experience, from your background,
Stuff
and from
I see.
things that you have learned and known in this lifetime. Now you have this music, now you have everything. Now what is the next step? Do I give it to somebody to produce for me, or do I try to produce it myself? And what do I get? How do I do the studio stuff?
I'm really trying to produce it myself. I recently just took out a loan so I can start my music company and everything. So I went and bought the equipment, like from the Pro Tools to the softwares and everything, the Mac computers, just, you know, good studio equipment to get a good sound from. And I plan on just working this whole summer, like working on my own content, making my own beats, just trying to come out because, you know, I just want to have a full 100%, you know, grasp on what I feed to my fans or people that's just gonna listen in general. I want to make sure it come off as organic, and I like to make, you know, almost near the perfect as I can get it. So that's all I can say. Like, you just got to get the materials and go about it the way you can.
Okay, so what happens if I don't have the ability and I don't have the structure to take out a business loan? What is another way that I can get my music out there?
Well, you know, you can. It's a lot of people that do. You can acquaint yourself with people. You know, like certain people that already got this going on. Like somebody might have a hour studio session booked. So
Now, what do you mean when you say our studio? What does that mean?
well, you know, a lot of times people go to certain studios, like recording studios, to book their music, and you got to rest, you know, like basically like sign up for time slots. So if I go to the studio and I tell them I want to do 2 hours, but say I finish my song in an hour or so like that, and I just got extra wasted time instead of just, you know, just sitting around. You know, if you a person in the studio or the type of person I am, I just, you know, ask my friend, like, would you like to, you know, how would you like to, you know, do you want to try something? You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
just,
So when you go in the studio, you take the words that you created, and how many other people are in the studio, and what else happens in the studio to manifest this album or whatever you're gonna do? What happens?
well, I try to go in there prepared, and then like if I have extra time and nobody wants to use it, before I let anything go to waste, like I don't even waste food, you know. So I just go freestyle or something. I just freestyle. So, you know, preparation depends on the person. Like, it depends on the mood I'm in. Or most 9 times out of 10, if you're ready to pay for something, you got to get something done. You know what I mean?
So how many people are assisting you, and what happens in the studio?
Basically, I don't really get too much assistance. I take opinions and everything. And so a lot of times I go to the studio by myself because nobody wants to work, man.
So do you work the boards, or who work the boards?
Oh, engineers, yeah.
Who does that?
Oh, I got an engineer. I got a couple good engineers who I go to. So yeah, my boy Jamal Rashid. You know, he a person I work with a lot. We work crazy hours. It's like I might hit him like at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. We recording anytime or what, whenever he not at work.
Where do a person find a recording studio? How can they find a recording studio?
Get up with your local artist or anybody. You can Google it. It's certain studios. If you just want somebody that's gonna be cheap or somebody that, you know, you just find certain people, just network. you should know somebody. Music everywhere.
So why does it that rap music get a bad name from people? Why is that?
I mean, if you want to say rap music get a bad name, then you got to say that the world just got a bad name, because a lot of times people just talking about what's going on. I ain't heard no rap music that was just like about fairy tales or dragons or nothing. So it's a real life situation. So I don't think you can say just rap is, you know.
It doesn't get a bad name.
Yeah.
Why is it vulgar?
I, it's like that. It depends on what you want to talk about. All rap music, I done heard some good rap songs.
So
You know?
could if say I is there such thing as Christian rap?
Of course. I heard the genre before.
Okay, and so all rap music. Why did rap change from when it originally started out in about 84, 85, 86, 87? They started off on the college campuses, and they started off with the college kids and Kid and Play. And then when New York got into it with Chicago, New York got into it with California, the whole thing changed. Why did that happen?
Nah, I think actually how rap really started. Cause I definitely studied my history if this is something I plan on doing. So rap really started like in New York, as far as like it was like more of like a beatboxing. It started off with just people on the streets just beatboxing. I watched a couple documentaries on it. Correct me anybody if I'm wrong. I don't want to speak on the culture like not knowing too much, but from what I understand, I believe that rap started off like people just break dancing and everything in New York. Like it was just a thing to do, like just break dancing. And it was like people playing with their mouths, like not playing with, you get it, like beating boxing, basically making sounds come from their mouth. And then from basically just people just started putting words over it. And it was a lot of hot parties in New York, and it just got to circulating like that. Like it became a thing to do. It went from battle rap to the next.
What is
level.
battle rap?
Battle rap is basically where you talk about your opponent, like where you just like you just try to like basically like it's like frying, like
Okay.
you know what I mean,
Like they do now on there's a channel on that they stand up and they talk about each other, and then the other team.
Oh yeah,
What is that?
wilding out. You
Wilding
referring
out,
to
so-
wilding out, yeah.
Okay, so rapping is similar to that, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now
That's a
you have,
form of it.
excuse me, you have started a company.
Yeah.
Why did you come up with the name True Hustlers?
Because I feel like it's just more like making something happen. If you a hustler, it don't mean that you doing something illegally or anything. It's just like you just devise the plan and you stay consistent. So you're a hustler, and at the end of the day, you making results. You know what I mean? So if you're a true hustler, then that mean like just like you on your grind, like you making something happen in your field. So that's why I say True Hustle Association.
And those of you who are out there, if you'd like to join us, you can join us by calling 312-738-1060. Say that name again, that rap name, hip hop name.
THA Stizzy. You can follow me on YouTube. On True Hustle Association is the YouTube channel, or just type in THA Stizzy.
Okay.
THA Freestyle.
Now you started. You're not gonna manage. You're gonna let other people manage you. You're gonna manage yourself. So you got a loan. Then what did you do next?
Like I told you earlier, I went and got the necessary equipment in order to for basically me to do everything by myself, because I got a work ethic. I feel like no other. Like I work at it. Like if I want something, I go hard. So
Okay, I want you to help us out. Tell us step by step, what did you do? We know you work hard. We know you got work ethic, but what did you do? Did you have to fill some paperwork out?
Oh,
Did you
yeah,
have to
of
get
course.
a lawyer?
Of
Did you
course.
have to go down to Ron and Manuel? If you did, I'm sure that you was out of some money now.
Okay, I Google it, cause like these days Google taught me a lot. Like I like to say like YouTube and Google like it was like my pops who raised me, because that's how I learned a lot of information that I want to acquire about. So basically I just YouTube like how to start your own record label, and then I figured out like I had to go apply for something called an LLC, which is a limited liability company. And from there, I just took the necessary steps, filed certain paperwork, and next thing I know, in like a week or two, I got the paper saying this: apply for your EIN, which is it's the state identification number for a business. So from there, I took the time to go to the bank, because I got good credit and everything just from working with my banker. And I took the time just to, just talk to them, talk to my banker, Heidi, and she just told me like, yeah, you can do it. She like they set me up with a business account, and just like you would do with your personal stuff, you just apply for credit cards. They accept you or they don't. They give you like you might ask for 5,000, they might give you 4. You might ask for 10, they might give you 7. and whatever they approve you for, and then, you know, it's up to you to make smart decisions with that money. Like, at the end of the day, I got to pay it back, so I'm hoping this pay off, and I'm making sure it pays off.
Okay, so did you have to have a logo, or did you have to do any copywriting at any point? Let's do this here before we get there. We have a caller. Let's take this caller. Caller, you are on the air. Tell me you're a rapper, or a hip-hop man, or a woman.
Hey, Zed, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Here's a young man who used to play baseball. Now he's a recording executive.
Well, you know what? Listen, partner. I used to play baseball, a diehard ball player, man.
Well, he doesn't play baseball anymore. He's a businessman.
Well, I played it until I was 34 years old. But listen, you know, times are different, truly. See, I'm old school. We came back from dancing in the basement, slow dancing, you know, talking about love and things of that nature, Temptations, the Coasters, things of those natures that we used to listen to. Rap, at the beginning, it was strange, but you might listen to it. I mean, I'm not into rap. I don't like rap. Number one, I don't know what in the heck they saying. And then some of them, they say things that you hear them coming down the street talking about doing nasty things to things and that. And I think that it got to a point. I was in a car one time and I saw a car pulled up, waiting for the light. Car pulled up, women was on the bus stop. And they saying all kinds of do this and do that, what I'm going to do and things of that nature. Number one, my kids are not able to listen to the music in my house. I know they like that stuff, but like my grandchildren, let me hear what you're listening to. It's so disrespectful, I think. But listen, as when I came up, we couldn't listen to Richard Pryor in the basement. They used to beat things, but now these days it's a little bit different. It's more expressive. You could say things and whatnot. Again, you speak what's going on in your life instead of other things. But certain things, I just don't understand why some guys are talking about certain things. But again, you know, we live in a different age. We live in a different time. And you're talking about baseball. Baseball was it's the greatest game man had ever created. And another thing, you know what goes on tomorrow? The classic. And I'm saying that right now, go Cubs. We gonna dog somebody out like they stole something. But go ahead, Zach.
Let me ask you a question now. Aside from the music that and you didn't say it was vulgar, but obviously you don't like it as it is. But remember when Elvis Presley and Chubby Checker came out and they were doing the twists?
About the blue suede shoes?
And people didn't like that, and it didn't go anywhere. Rap did not, not hip-hop. Rock and roll did not go anywhere. They say rock and roll is here to stay.
Right.
And unfortunately, or fortunately, hip-hop is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So I think we have two dynamics here.
Right, you gotta realize it's different topics. Like, everything ain't about that. Like, you know, a lot of music that you might hear blasting and put certain people in a certain type of mood, but you know, music is about everything. You probably just heard the wrong track. You know, it's all type of music.
Listen,
they got love songs.
You have some good rap music. Listen, they teach children in school ABCs by singing rap. A little kid will remember things from a rap song instead of what the teacher is saying. That's how powerful the rap music is. But if those little kids hear the wrong rap, they're going to say it, they're going to repeat it, and they want to do it. Young black men now, they want to be two things: a basketball player or a rapper. Well, when I came up, there was many other things that I wanted to do. But again, that's then and today is now. Listen, you have to get money in your pocket. One thing for sure, you're not coming into any of my places to rob or steal. You're not out on the streets begging. Mm-hmm. So that's another good point of view, too. You know, me, I like to wear my shoes. I like to wear my clothes. I pull up my pants, and I use a belt. Sometimes us older people, we so hesitant when we see a young man like that. They don't even know anything about you, but you walking down the street, some people will say that person is the wrong person. Well, I don't know nothing about you. But again, if I find you a rapper, the first thing I want to know what kind of music you are saying. Cause see, I love my family. I love my family. And the most important people in my life is the younger kids. I want to make sure they're hearing the right thing. Cause trust me, man, you say the wrong. Hold it, here you go. I gotta go home and get my gun and come back and make your T-shirt wet. What in the heck?
Well, let's ask Sizzle. What type of music do you? What type of genre? What type
That
of
I
music
like
do
right
you
now?
present?
I'm still a jazz man, and I still like old music.
Well, let's
That's
let's
the
find
way
out
I
what type of music that he produces. Let's ask him.
Okay, and thanks for taking that. Look at the game. Get ready for tomorrow. Here's it.
Got you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Let's find out.
Well, I make music that's pertaining to my situation, like what I go through. So, I mean, I'm gonna tell the truth. I make music that's true to me. If he's still on the line, if he listening, I'm not gonna sugarcoat what's going on in my life.
Okay, let's go back to the business. Now, you got a business, you got your paperwork done with the state, you cross your I's and you dotted your T's. Where do you go next with your career? What do you do next now? You got your paperwork in order. What you got your music ready, you've been in the studio, what happens next?
I'm still getting music ready. That's the next part. Like next is the after I feel like I got like a nice 10 songs, good content. And I'm gonna take it to I'm gonna take the next procedures to push the music, like figure out what I gotta do to promote. If there's anybody out there, you know what I'm saying, that promote anything, like get in touch with me, like DJs, whoever, like radio personalities. I got songs that I'm getting radio versions to and everything, you know, and I wanna get some people on my team, you know what I mean? Because I can't do everything by myself, just to be truthful.
Well, let's tell them how do they join your team. Is there what is it, Twitter?
Anybody who like serious, like who ready to like, I don't want like.
Do you have a website? Do you have
Oh yeah, you can follow us. You can, I
Where?
definitely got a website, thehustlers.com, THAHUSTLERS.com. You can get up with me through there too.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely.
And where this is May, right? This
Yeah.
is May 10, 11, 12, somewhere up in there. Tell me, where do your career go and how much time are you giving yourself that your career can manifest where people can see that it was worth the struggle?
I plan, you know, like it's music, so it take people to vibe to it, you know what I mean? So I can't really put no exact set date, but my expectations is by the end of this summer, people know we in the building.
Wow, that's a good term. I like. People know that you're in the building.
Yeah,
Let's hope that they don't say Alvis has left the building or Sizzle has left the building. Again, my name is Ziff Strunk. I'm the executive director of the Greenslate Institute for Justice. We're an organization that deal with ex-offenders. Once you come home, we find opportunities for you, whether it's living or whether it's educational, whether it's employment opportunities. And one opportunity that I wanted to bring you all today was to learn the music business, to learn how is it, what is it, and who is it that you need to know to get a business going. This box right here is going to be worth millions of dollars. Now, it's not the look of it, it's the contents, it's the reputation,
The
it's
meaning
the
behind it.
tenacity behind it.
Yeah.
And you're looking at a young man named, what's that name again, rap name?
THA Stizzy.
And he has started his own business, and it's called True Hustlers Association, LLC. That means that it is a limited partnership that he cannot be sued and he cannot lose all of his earnings. You have to deal with the company for whatever the legitimate. Tell me one more time the name, where people can reach you from, and what we can expect to hear from. What is it again?
THA Stizzy.
THA Stizzle.
Yeah, you can
Tell us
you
where
can-
we can reach you and what they can expect from you.
You can follow me on Instagram at THA_Kaza. You go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, please, and view. And give me feedback. If you don't like it, tell me. If you love it, tell me. It don't matter what you say. We're gonna
Okay.
keep going.
So here's what we'll do, because we're almost wrapping this show down, and we really thank you for joining us. What we're going to do, this is May, right? We're going to be here for about 8 or 9 more shows. Let's see if we can go out one day real soon when he's performing, and let's catch him
Oh yeah, I'm
live.
supposed to be performing at a big festival.
Good.
I'm gonna wait till they send the paperwork and I sign it to really put it out there. But yeah, you can catch up. You would catch if you follow me on my social medias. Then you definitely see me on.
So those of you who got concerts in your neighborhood and back to schools and weddings and anniversaries, you can get in touch with him at what website again?
On Instagram at THA_Kaza. Website is The Hustlers, THASUSTLERS.com.
Okay, and my name again is Zip Sistrunk. Once again, we want to thank Richard Agee. And as my mom would say, and I thank this young man for joining us, a businessman. Ha, 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 we got it here. My mom always said, if a task once begun, never leave it till it's done. Bit the label, big or small. Do it well, or not at all. Good night, God bless you, and see you next week. Thank you.